It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the Monday KVJ Show. Hopefully everybody had a lovely Mother's Day, especially you, Virginia, the biggest mother on this show.
Yes, I did. I had a lovely Mother's Day.
Yeah? What did the fam do for you? How did they trick it out?
Oh, my gosh. So many gifts. So much fun.
Okay.
We went dining, shopping, running around, family stuff all weekend long. I loved it.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
For you, maybe not Panda.
Oh, and then yesterday he was like, babe, I'm going to finish the kitchen. And so he finished this project that we started like 7 months ago of like painting the ceiling and fixing some of the trim. You know, paint just tends to look a little old and weathered after time.
Did he use a level? Was he using a level?
No, just a paintbrush.
That's the only term I know.
He wasn't hanging anything.
I want to sound cool.
He was painting up on a ladder. Yeah.
Okay.
Getting it done.
Wow, okay, just doing all those kind of things. Sounds like he
Yes.
scored his points that he needed to.
He did.
Okay, that's good. Did you do anything fancy for the lunch part?
We did. We had a fancy Palm Beach meal.
Oh, you did?
Ooh,
Okay.
Yes.
All right, of course, elevated.
Elevated. Very fancy.
Yeah, okay. On Palm Beach?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd you go?
We went to Renato's.
Uh-huh.
I had never been there before.
Okay.
Very fancy.
What kind of food?
Old school Italian.
All right.
Yeah.
What part of Palm Beach is that on? I'm not sure I know that place.
That is over off of Worth Ave. It's like kind of like in the Beach area.
Oh, a place where I can't afford. Got ya. I know exactly where that's at.
It's kind of like tucked.
Yes, it's
Right.
tucked.
That is a nice little place, yeah.
It
I've actually seen that.
is.
You wouldn't know it was there.
You would not know it's there unless you went to go look for it.
Yeah. There's a bunch of little nooks and crannies. On
Yes.
Fourth Avenue. It's kind of a fascinating little walk.
It is fascinating.
You had some type of fish, but you also had some beef of sort.
I had fish. I had shrimp. I had mushroom ravioli. I had all kind of fun stuff.
All right, that was close.
Okay. Your husband is doing okay. I guess his Sabres took a loss last night. Canadian Bacon saying in the chat.
They
to
took
the
a
Canadians.
loss on Friday, and they took a loss last night. No, he's not okay.
Not okay, huh?
Not okay.
Any idea what the series is right now? I haven't really been watching much hockey without the Panthers in it.
Sabres 1, Canadians 2.
Okay. It's one from elimination then, I believe, right? Or are they doing a 4-game
They
series?
do 4, right?
Yeah, I think the
Okay.
first of 4.
Okay.
A
All right.
7 game, maybe. If
Okay.
they go back and forth.
So they got time.
Does that sound right?
Yeah. Okay. So he just wants them to win.
He does, and he's nervous because the past 2 showings weren't great. Friday, not so great.
Right.
Last night, definitely not so great.
Yeah. I think I just missed you on Friday. You said you were at Abacoa?
I was.
Okay. Yeah, we were too. We were up there. We were just kind of like swinging around the area. My wife had to do something up there, and so we kind of by. I'm like, hey, let's pop by Abacoa. They had that food truck.
They food truck Fridays, yes.
That's a low-key great event.
It is.
I was there years ago for that. I'm like, I need to come to this more often. I guess I just don't really see when it is. I miss it. I guess everybody else knows.
I think it's the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
And not only can you do all the food trucks, but you can like, walk bar to bar and
Right.
get like, your fresh beers.
Yeah.
You can just roam the streets and drink in the street, which is fun.
Yeah, we kind of went there. We went to Doss and just kind of hung out there. They had a band that was playing.
Nice.
And it was fun because there were a bunch of little girls, like toddlers, probably around Lachlan's age. It was kind of funny because we're like, man, little kids just look like drunk adults. Because I'm like, I dance the exact same way when I've had too much. Just throwing your hands in the air like you don't care, and falling all over the place. You got a diaper on your face. You're like, it's like, that's exactly how I dance when I've been drinking. So that was a lot of fun. Bird, how was your birthday? Had a good weekend with that?
We had some ups, we had some downs, such is life.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. overall? Were there any highlights, the positives?
The positives, I got some nice food. I got some nice gifts.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Negatives, I was going to do a poker party on Saturday.
Yeah.
But the last minute, pretty much everybody canceled. So it was about only 4 people that came over. It was kind of low budget already. And we were outside, and one of the girls there was sitting, and out of the blue, she got attacked by an animal, a cat. And it was a wild cat. One that wasn't my cat. I don't have a cat. Hurt her arm. She had to leave the party right away, and the party got ruined, and then we all went to bed.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
A feral cat, basically?
We have cats all over our neighborhood, and there's some that are squirrely, and I got this new cat that keeps jumping up in my yard. And the other night, it was in my dinosaur garden, and it was going haywire. And it tried jumping out of my garden. It tried to jump over the fence. It couldn't clear the fence. It kept hitting the fence. Then it just took off like it was on meth. Darted underneath. That thing keeps coming back for some reason. And it's like it's on meth or something. So the party lasted, I think we timed it for 23 minutes.
23 minutes.
Yeah, she had
fast, huh?
She was gonna go to the ER. It was awful.
Oh, no.
Get that cat scratch fever.
It was kind of threw a damper into the party. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of when you have a random cat attack. I don't think I've ever even heard anything like that.
They attack. Animals attack.
Wow. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that thing's got something
Rabies.
Well, it comes and goes. You can't catch it. I think it's in everyone's neighborhood right now. So I'm going to draw a composite sketch, put it up around the neighborhood, let people know what it looks like.
Might be a time to call animal control.
Yeah. If it's attacking people, then somebody's got to step in.
This thing's feral. It doesn't belong around people.
Yeah, time to call in the popo. They take care of that thing.
They arrest the cat?
Yeah.
They will. Yeah, that's assault. Assault and battery.
You can't start attacking people.
No, you can't, even if you're a cat. Well, Jbird, I know you had birthday weekend going on, and you went off and bought some of your own little presents there at a little toy convention they're having. I know you're talking about that on Friday, the one going on in Pompano Beach, I believe.
We had a great time. It was me, Honeyface, Denny's, his wife Jen, and Lachlan. And Lachlan loves Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There was a lot of Spider-Man. Yeah, other than the cat debacle, I had a great birthday.
Okay,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, let's not let the cat ruin it.
Okay.
And yes, animal control's been called, just
okay.
so people know.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, get on that cat.
We're going to find that feline.
Good. Bring it to justice.
We will bring it to justice.
That's it. I want to see that cat on trial.
But yeah, it was fun. And the one thing I noticed, a lot of these toy conventions, they are not selling as much vintage old toys. They're going with a lot of the modern day.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of new, cool modern day stuff.
Yeah.
But people are 3D printing. People
yeah.
And they are overcharging some of this new stuff.
Can you get a lot of money if somebody's homemade a toy with 3D printing?
You can. If it's something that is, for example, someone made a Slimer from Ghostbusters. It was a 3D printed. It was very large. It looked just like Slimer.
Yeah.
And they were selling it for like $450.
Wow.
And it was going to go.
$450?
And it was going to go. Someone was going to buy it.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yes.
I would imagine that the overhead is not a lot on that. Because what is it, like a polymer that you get, and you just have to have the design that prints it out? I mean, you could probably make that for not much, not even close to $450.
Yeah, you have to have the filament, but then you also have to buy the machine. The machine itself, if it's intricate, is expensive.
And keep in mind, not all 3D printing is created equal. There is some bunk 3D printing out there.
Yeah, but if you were good,
yes.
I mean, once you pay for whatever the cost of the machine is, I imagine that's a lot of good profit.
You can tell people who are legit. They're real sculptors and artists.
Okay.
They can really get it down right.
So what'd you walk away with?
We kind of did it collectively because we all left with something.
Okay.
And I think we probably walked out there a little less than, would you say less or more than 700, Denny's?
It's hard to say. I mean, I spent roughly about 85.
Okay. What did you get, Denny's?
Mainly stuff for Lachlan for his birthday coming up. There was a Spider-Man doll that he liked. There was a Sonic the Hedgehog that he was into.
Okay. Does he get that right away, or did you get it so he couldn't see it and you're going to hide it away?
It's hidden. It's in the closet. In fact, my closet right now is stuffed with a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Anytime somebody gives me a gift, which is very generous, and I always am appreciative when somebody gives me something, but I try not to spoil them, so I keep hiding them. And what sucks is that we had a cache of stuff in the garage, and he just found it. So he opens this bag, and he's losing his mind, so we had to hide all that stuff again. But yeah, just some decorations and stuff. That's where you find all that cool stuff you would never find at stores. It really is like a place you can just kind of walk around and find unique items.
A lot of stuff they do now, they make the packaging look really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the dorks don't take it out of the package no more. We don't ever take it out of the package.
Okay. So the toys that you bought, are they staying in the package, or do you take them out and play with them?
Some of them are. Well, I'm in the middle of a Superman project.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not taking them out of the package. I know it sounds dorky, but once it's done, Virginia, it is going to pop.
Okay.
It's going to pop.
Go pop, huh?
At least I think it will.
All that matters is that you love it.
Yes.
That is all that matters.
So you went pretty big then. If you were assuming that you guys might have spent $700 and Denny spent $85.
Well, you had Honeyface there, which I bought Honeyface's stuff.
Okay.
You had Jen there, Denny's wife. And yeah, I don't know how much I spent. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What was the best thing you got?
Oh, man. I got a very large in-package Indiana Jones doll.
Ooh.
Now, is it official, or is that somebody that made it?
It's official.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, it goes right next to my life-size Darth Maul doll.
The collection continues to grow.
It is becoming a museum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you got to be running out of room at this point.
Well, there's ceiling. I'm utilizing some of the ceiling.
Okay,
And
I got you.
I gotta tell you, the things you can do with the ceiling are very cool.
Yeah, don't sleep on the ceiling. It's like it's like a fifth wall.
There's so much real estate on that ceiling.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Kind of a very big weekend for anybody who was looking forward to some UFO stuff and very sci-fi things. Now, you talked about how you got some Superman things, and they released some of this footage on Friday. They're talking about how they're going to give you somewhat full disclosure, you hope, on some of the things that the government knows about UAPs. That's the unidentified aerial phenomenon, or the UFOs as we used to traditionally call them.
They don't call them UFOs anymore, Virginia, because they think if you say UFO, people won't take you seriously.
Yeah, I don't know why we always have to change semantics on stuff. It's like, oh, you know what you're talking about. You confuse everybody.
If you say UFO, that person's talking crazy.
Yeah, right. But you trust a UAP, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's pretty insane about it.
They're the same thing.
Yeah. There were a few videos that were rather interesting to see. I mean, a lot of it was just, again, trying to explain how whatever this little orb-looking thing is doing the maneuvers it is at the speed that it is. So that was a lot of the stuff that you saw.
Two things that I thought were exciting. That one circle-type, odd-looking kind of donut. It looked like a weird circle kind of a UFO. That had a weird structure. Mm-hmm. And I believe I saw a clip of what me and Twig saw. There's one piece of footage where you see this long flying thing dart by the camera, and that had some similar looks to what me and Twig saw.
Okay.
So I was excited about that. I've been looking hard for that thing, Virginia.
And now you found it.
Well, I think I found a version of it.
Yeah.
It was a quick clip, but I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Somebody else saw the same thing.
Well, it's been recorded at least. You don't feel as crazy.
The one that I saw that I thought was rather interesting was there was something that almost kind of looked like a spiked type thing, almost like you would see a thistle as you're kind of like out hiking and they get stuck in your socks.
Yeah.
And it had all these little prongs coming out. But the thing is, somebody went back and they looked at the 1978 Superman movie where they have the young Clark Kent and they're putting him in the spaceship because his whole planet of Krypton is about to explode, and they send him off to Earth to live out his life and save us. It looks exactly like one of those UAPs.
Uh-oh.
Exact shape. And I was like, well, that's kind of crazy.
But is it though?
Is it what, the same thing?
Well, I'm just saying maybe they use that in the movie because they've seen it before and they were just kind of trying to leak something out there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it kind of adds credibility to it. It's kind of an odd thing because it looks pretty much identical.
That was the thing I was talking about. It reminded me of a donut. It kind of looked like the donuts I like, the kind of donuts I like.
We do.
Oh, okay, yes. The
BHs.
BHs.
Had a little bit of that look.
Okay. We'll get a little bit more into some of the stuff that came out in that report a little bit later to let you know. Some people were saying it's kind of a nothing burger, but other people were saying, well, there are some things in it, and there is some audio that NASA had released. And in fact, the people who seem to really care the most about UFO stuff are most curious about what's going on with NASA. And they said that they believe a long time NASA's been lying to the American public, and they said that some of this audio kind of proved the liars that NASA is. And they said if they actually release what they had, NASA might have some of the most shocking stuff.
Well, they had some of that audio, I believe, from 1969, and they're talking about particles and lights in the background, and then there's a picture of it, and it's eye-opening, Virginia. I thought there was nothing over there on the moon.
Once upon a time, NASA dismissed it as saying it was just insulation that had come from the shuttle itself or from the rocket and landing pod or whatever. That's how they dismissed it back in the day. But now they're saying, yeah, we don't really know what those things were. So
they never knew.
Mm-hmm.
They never knew.
Yeah.
Well, the aliens have it as a mothership. That's what we've heard.
Oh, don't get me started on... never mind. I won't even get you started. I was going to go into the Nordics.
Well, Jbird, part of your sci-fi weekend was showing your girlfriend the rest of the original Star Wars trilogy. She watched the original New Hope and seemed like she liked that. Now, she's a Harry Potter fan, first and foremost. How did she like the other two in the trilogy?
She liked the 3 a lot. She's interested in seeing why I don't like the prequels. She goes, well, how bad can these prequels be?
Okay.
She's curious about the Jar Jar Binks era, Virginia. She's hoping you would watch him with her, along with her.
I've already seen Jar Jar once. I can't do Jar Jar twice.
You couldn't tell us anything about that movie other than Jar Jar Binks. There's nothing you could tell us about.
Misa's so stupid.
Pretty good Jar Jar.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It's better than most. So she liked both of the other movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she like one better than the others?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, but I think she has to say that because she knows that's my favorite.
I was going to say, it's odd that you guys match up on that as well. Yeah, okay. So that's nice. Well, is there a perfect age to have kids? Now, a lot of times it does depend upon what it is you want to be as a parent. Do you want to be that active, I'm all in it with my kids kind of parent, or do you want to be that I'm a rich person kind of parent so I can get somebody else to kind of watch my kids and make up for my now lacking physical inabilities? And I guess it just really depends upon what you're looking for. Now, they do say there really is no perfect age, but they say people who became parents later in life generally ended up with more education, higher incomes, and greater financial stability. But then again, I would just say that is the trade-off because I have seen that. My wife has been an educator, and so I remember seeing a lot of different parents at all different kinds of schools with different economics. And I do remember when I was probably late 20s, early 30s, I was looking and there were some like 65-year-old dads that had 2 to 3-year-olds. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. Oh. I'm like, he looks so tired. Like he could even he was like, hey, can you pick up the kid? Like it's not happening.
He had fake smiles. Oh, I love my kid.
Yeah, well, and the thing,
like, what did I do?
What have I done?
was confusing was you would see his grandkid. And his grandkid is like towering over his own child. And you're like, well, gosh, that's got to be so confusing. When you got your own biological kid that is much younger than your grandchild.
I mean, if you're someone that's an artist like a Mick Jagger or a Steven Tyler or a Billy Joel,
right,
where you've got millions and oodles of money,
right,
you're able to get away with it. But if you're somebody that's working day to day and you're in your 60s and you have to go and pick up a 4-year-old, you're going to be tired.
Right. Yeah. And, are you going to see that kid graduate high school? It's iffy. I don't know. We're rolling the dice on that.
That's a morbid thought. Hope Dad can make it, but he might die.
I think Mick Jagger has a 4-year-old.
Ooh. How's he?
He's like 82.
Holy crud balls.
Put in your money on that one. Mick Jagger at graduation.
Work.
Yeah.
Well, also, too, you're running out of time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I guess it just depends upon, what you want to be so you can make your own choices. They say people who did have children at younger ages are more likely to struggle with finishing school and building long-term wealth. So that was the one thing. Sometimes having kids younger, it does affect how much money you can make later on in life because you've been a little bit sidetracked. You took 18 to 20 years off in that time period to raise your kids instead of kind of building up your credentials, building up your wealth and connections. So I think it's really just kind of the trade-off. Can you have both? I guess you can, but it seems like a lot of the people that I've seen that tried to do both, there is a big disconnect between them and their kids because their kids will often say, I never got to see you. And then their relationships may be very strained as they get older and they just don't have that connection because those years you do need to be there. There's just no replacement for it. You can't replace anything just by your presence.
We're going to probably lose the room and the audience, but there was a 80s movie called Baby Boom with the very talented Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
And the boss tells her, nobody gets it all. Nobody gets it all, kiddo. You can't have the career and the family. It's got to be one or the other. If you're going to crush it in your career, you're going to probably lack a little bit of the family time and vice versa.
It's a tough argument. I mean, maybe there's a few unicorn parents that they could either work from home and they could still do both, or they had their own business somehow and the kid could just kind of hang out and, be around the family business and they made good money doing that. So, there are, but I would say your percentage of being able to land both, it's slim to tough. In fact, if you have, I'd like to know, what did you do? Do you feel like, we had kids younger, we did not sacrifice any long-term wealth later on in life?
What's your secret?
Yeah, what is your secret? Yeah, what did you do for that?
Cartel.
I'm in the cartel, which we don't recommend.
We don't recommend, but you can't work from home sometimes.
Don't join the cartel.
But then again, your odds of making the kids' graduation are slim to nil.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Every knock on the door, you're never relaxed.
Yes. Good luck on that kind of stuff. Well, Denny's is finding out, and the one thing I do remember, my mom, when I was in my early 30s, she said, I can tell you why the good Lord gives kids typically to younger parents. She's like, I could not keep up with you now. The things that you put me through, I had to be a younger mom to be able to handle that. And I can see that. And Denny's kind of found out as he's got a toddler who is about to turn 3 years old. And it sounds like you might need to get a helmet or some kind of crash gear because you say your schnoz got a bit jacked.
Oh, he got super jacked. So Lachlan had me laying on the floor, and I was holding things in my hands as I was laying, and he jumped in the air and landed on my nose with his butt. I heard a pop in my face. And I had my left nostril bled for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you got a dark.
It is so painful.
You have a dark spot on your nose.
I feel like he gave me like a slight, like this part of my eye is pretty puffy. So something definitely got shifted in there. And I looked it up online. I don't have a brain hemorrhage because I probably wouldn't have made it this far. And because I have self-defense techniques to slam upward with your palm into someone's nose. That's kind of what happened to me.
I learned that technique in Kinshasa. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it finally stopped bleeding. Everything I've read, I should be cool. But yeah, it was one of those where you set them down and you have to go to another room and kind of just be by yourself. I was like, Jen, take the baby. I got to go sit over here and just make sure I'm not dying.
I'm not okay.
But yeah, I heard a pop in the side of my head.
Oh.
You want breakfast, banana Fosters or something?
I'll think about it. It's still pretty. Like this morning, I was still blowing blood out of my nose.
Damn.
Yeah, something definitely got popped in there.
Bloody Mondays are not the best.
I looked it up. I mean, people gotten punched way harder. I mean, he's wearing, kids' clothes. His butt's not that powerful. So I don't think I got as strong as a punch to the face, which people have survived. But it certainly was not great. No.
Right. Yeah. Does it look like it's crooked, or do you think it's broken or anything?
That was the thing I looked at. Nothing crooked. So they said if it's not crooked, it should. They said that a lot of times there's air in your nostrils, I guess, just from in the passages. So like maybe that was the sound of air being pushed through.
Okay.
Blood vessels. I don't know.
I I ran into a wall one time and got into. I had a pretty bad bloody nose, and look at me, strong like bulldog.
Yeah. I've been punched before, and it's happened, but it's been so long since I've had a bloody nose from getting hit in the face.
And you just started breathing well out of both your nostrils because you just recovered from nasal surgery.
The first thing I thought, I go, man, he just undid that entire surgery I just did.
You went through weeks of recovery.
That was my
Like one
first
seed
thought.
drop. Yeah.
Very sad by that. I was very sad. I still can't breathe through my left nostril.
Oh,
so
no.
it's very stuffy. I think it's just probably swollen and stuff in there. And I did the pinch, and I'm sitting there like, Jen, you got to watch the baby.
Did he
boy.
He
apologize?
didn't say anything. He didn't even care.
How
Just
rude.
living his life. But yeah, so I
He
was
went
not,
about his business.
not expecting that. So you just got to always be on guard. But it was his fault. He had me lay on my back, and he had me hold 2 items. So by the time my hands got to my face, I was just smashing them into my face as he landed on
You
me.
couldn't protect yourself.
Totally set you up.
Oh my God.
He's like, hey, hold it down here, Dad. And then he's like, oh, I got him.
Oh man.
He's
Too bad he
immobilized.
wasn't videoing it.
I know. We could have got something out of this.
It'd been a great prank video.
It's just
Hold
funny.
this, Dad, while I sit on your face.
He's got his own little, forum.
Just
you know,
the-
toddler space.
The turn from fun to panic was pretty immediate. You
Yeah.
know? It just went from having fun.
When you hear that pop inside your head, you're like, uh-oh.
I sat there in silence just waiting, and I go, is my nose bleeding? Jen's like, yes. I go, okay.
You just feel it.
I was like, here, take the baby. I gotta go sit in the other room.
No one talked to me.
well, that baby's going to be turning 3. Is that coming up this week?
Yeah, so we're doing his birthday this weekend, this Saturday.
Gotcha.
Anyone wants to stop by, feel free. We're just doing some small stuff in the yard. He's only got a
that's
couple
cute.
friends. you know,
Aw.
Yeah.
just little stuff, but some of the things we found at the toy convention I think are going to be awesome for him.
Nice.
But
I'll do the Sammy Davis Jr. impersonation for him. He loves Sammy Davis Jr. impersonation.
he does.
Anytime hey babe, I'm the candy man, babe. He just starts to belly laugh.
Yeah, he loves it,
He
huh?
loves that
He
for
loves
some
it.
reason. It's so
I love it.
bizarre.
The youngest Rat Pack fan.
He likes Peter Lawford too.
Okay. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? You said for parents having a party, you found some pretty affordable inflatable toys that you can get for the yard.
Well, we were looking because I know in the past you guys have rented those water slide things. We thought that'd be fun for all the kids to do. But
Yes.
we went on Amazon and you can buy those. They just hook right up to you and they're not expensive at all.
How many kids do you have coming?
I think 5.
Oh, it's
5 total.
perfect.
Yeah, it's something small.
Okay, I think I know the slide to get.
All right.
I think we'll do some research, but I think I know the one to get for you.
So we ordered a really cool one.
Oh, you already ordered. Never mind.
But that was the surprise of it all. You just you plug it into your wall socket and then you just connect a hose and it has guns that shoot. It's all inflatable.
Wow.
It looks like a pirate ship.
Yeah, the smaller ones are affordable. The
Yes.
ones for toddlers are. It's when you get up to Magnolia's age, and she wanted one that was taller than the house.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, God, here we go.
That's what we did for my birthday. It was
Yes.
taller than any house in the neighborhood, and it was fun. You could see it from Military Trail.
When you were climbing up that thing, it felt like you were climbing straight up to the sky.
I don't think it was safe. I don't think my pool's deep enough. I don't know.
Nobody died.
We all made it.
Nobody died.
So how much did you have to pay for the little inflatable you got locked on? Any idea what the ballpark is on that?
It was $55.
Wow.
I know, right?
Okay, that thing's gonna have a hole in it.
For sure. We only need it for
20 minutes.
You only need it for one day. But yeah, those things are just designed to get destroyed. But I just thought that was such a fair price for what it is. Yeah, it was just a real. And then we also got capes and I guess visors for all the kids so they can dress like superheroes.
Oh, I love it.
Kind of fun. He's into superheroes right now.
Very
Yes.
cute.
Well, I asked the question, what is the best age to have kids after knowing what can happen to your face when you've got an almost 3-year-old? Majority answer, 56% said in your 30s. And I would agree with that as well. I think that you've gotten your wild 20s out of the way. You're a little bit more sensible and you might have a little bit of income. And you're probably through your college and you're probably just starting your career. Now it's just a matter if you can balance the right kind of hours to still be a parent. Then I think the 30s without a doubt. In fact, it really drops off. 39% said in your 20s, but them older parents, they ain't feeling it. Between 40 and older only got 4% of the vote.
40 seems like it's a struggle.
basically saying, not doing it. My wife was asking me because she's like, I heard that Cameron Diaz just had a baby, and she's what, 52, 53, something like that?
Yeah, there's rumors that it might have been a surrogate.
And that's what I'd said too. Does that mean it's her eggs? And my question is, when you freeze your eggs, does that mean they don't age?
Yes.
Okay, so they stay locked in whatever time you had them harvested, and then it's like a 34-year-old you, if that's when you had them harvested, that is having the child now at the age of 53.
I think that's the appeal of it, that you can still age, but your eggs won't.
And keep in mind, too, you're Cameron Diaz. You have Cameron Diaz money.
Sure.
I mean, it makes it so much at 53 to have a kid and have all that money.
True.
Way easier.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. Ever had a friend that was so close you felt like you could finish each other's sentences?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what it is, Virginia, just like that.
Wow, yeah, impressive.
It's something called neurosynchrony. It's where the brains of close friends and best friends exhibit similar neural activity, effectively operating on the same wavelength. It's kind of wild how sometimes bodies link up. I think you've heard sometimes when you're in college and you live with a bunch of girls that your cycles might start to sync up somehow. You're like, how does that even happen? How do our bodies speak to each other?
It's weird.
It really is wild. And it just goes to show you there's a lot out there that I don't think we really fully understand.
Plus, too, if you're around somebody a lot, you start to kind of, adopt mannerisms from them.
Yeah.
You can possibly start saying the same things if you both come to the same conclusion about a joke.
Yeah.
If I hang out with somebody with an accent for too long, I
Right.
start talking with their accent.
That's probably another example. And I would imagine all these things that we're talking about are somehow tied together in just what we do, whether it be empathy, whether it just be when you're together. But your bodies do start to get on the same synchronization, which is what's kind of wild.
My freshman year in college, I went up to Chipola Junior College. It's in Marianna, Florida, and it's a country town. I came back 3.5 months later. I had gained about 15 pounds, grew a full beard. And I talked just like this. Hey, Mama, what's what's for breakfast today? All right, I'll fix and go get some breakfast. And people will go, what happened to you?
Yeah.
And I was only gone for 3 months.
Doesn't take long, yeah. It really is. There's something about it. They found that when close friends watch the same videos, their brain patterns are highly aligned, showing nearly identical responses in attention and emotion. And they say specialized brain cells known as mirror neurons allow people to mimic and feel what their friends are feeling, contributing to shared laughter, understanding, and the ability to complete each other's sentences. And it sounds like the more time you spend together, the more you sync up, which explains why I guess true and deep friendships start to abound. And you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known them my entire life. Well, you're starting to almost kind of grow together.
Especially if you have, I personally think you have soul friends.
Yes.
Where you just, there's people you get along with, and then there's people who really you are just connected with.
Yeah.
You almost can kind of, like you're saying, finish each other's thoughts, or they can see something across the room when you're not even near them, and you both see the same exact thing and go, did you see what just happened?
Yeah.
You just have a connection with that person.
It's pretty crazy. They say the areas where these friends start to link up the most is with emotion, empathy, and decision making, where they notice the more time they spend together or have almost like these shared bonding events that they just start to wire themselves up together. And I guess you could see maybe why they do team building exercises. Maybe there's something on this where they say if we have shared experiences, then if we can get our team so their brains start linking up together, then maybe we can all be on the same page.
Someone told me something, and I don't know if I believe it, and I want to see what you guys said. They said once you get in your 40s, it is almost, they didn't say impossible. They go, it's pretty unlikely for most people to start meeting new friends, not people that you had back in your life that you knew, but to meet a new friend that you enter and bring into your inner circle. They say it doesn't really ever happen. Do you agree with that?
The only thing that I could see, I don't personally, I don't feel like my potential to make new friends is decreasing with age. The only thing I would think that could be possible is that you start to limit the amount of experiences where making a new friend is possible.
You're not in the club. as much
Yeah.
as you used to be making a bunch of new buddies.
Not socializing with people that I think sometimes people get set in their ways. They want to hang with the same people, do the same things, or they don't want to do anything at all with other people.
And do you think sometimes maybe they've been to the puppet show, they've seen the strings, and they don't want to have to go through another, like trying to get to know somebody and then realizing I maybe not like that person. That was a big waste of time, and I didn't really jive with them in the end. Do you think that ever kind of comes up?
Yeah, I think if you get burned by enough randos, you stop letting randos around. It just, I think, is the human condition to protect yourself. And as you get older, hopefully you get wiser and you realize, yeah, these people I met in the club at 2 a.m. probably aren't the best people to, I don't know, have at my house for family barbecues.
Because there's two different types. There's people that go out deliberately trying to meet new people, and then there's somebody where you're just out and about and you happen to meet somebody and they were cool.
Like in our 20s, remember we used to always go to the strip club and we used to like hang out and then invite the strippers back to our place, or we'd go to their place, and then now all of a sudden you're at the house with people you don't know and you're looking around going, what am I doing? Like, I would never do that now. But in my 20s, I did that many times.
You told a story one time that you were up, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, you hadn't gotten to bed at all, and you were in one of those situations, and you looked around, and you
what am I doing?
That's when it started to dawn on me. And I hadn't had fun in 6 hours. I'm like... Like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why is this still going on? There's nothing about this moment that's fun at all.
Did you say you kind of got depressed?
I did. I got severely depressed. I went home and I'm like, all right, I don't think I'm ever doing anything. I think it was the last time I was up till dawn. It dawned on me. Oddly, maybe that's why that happens. That's where it comes from.
I've had those moments where you're looking around, you go, what am I doing?
Why am I still in this place?
Go home, Bird.
Where am I,
Dude,
by the way?
The party's ended 6 hours ago. Nothing going on right now is amusing. And boy, I got to tell you, what's awkward is when you run into that person you ran with only in the clubs or these strip clubs 25 years later, and it takes you 10 minutes to figure out how you know them. And they're like going, yeah, I know we hung out, but I don't remember anything we ever did. So I think that's kind of where we are. We're really starting from scratch now.
I've only seen you in the cloak of night or in the club.
I've only seen you sneaking off to the bathroom for the 11th time.
Since I haven't seen you in 20 years, I honestly thought you were a vampire. I really don't know what to say to you right now.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, we had heard they broke up, but I don't know. This doesn't sound like they're broken up. So Stefan Diggs had this Mother's Day event on Saturday, which I think is ironic since he's made so many women mothers.
I mean, how many does he invite?
It was packed. At the event, though, he was seen hugging and kissing all over Cardi B. Mm-hmm. They were taking photos together. They looked happy. Yep. They were greeting people together.
That was yesterday.
That was Saturday.
Yeah, that was okay. That was Saturday. Report back on Wednesday.
I don't know. I mean... maybe they got back together. Maybe things are good.
Okay, love is going to work.
Love could win.
All right.
They ran into Nick Cannon, too, I saw, and they asked him about Mother's Day, and is he going to be spending the time with any of the mothers of his children, many children? And he said, no, this is Mother's Day, not Baby Mama's Day.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. So I guess he only dedicates to his mother. Baby mamas, you ain't getting nothing from me.
Oh, my.
No respect, nothing.
Don't say that. Why do you have to verbalize that?
Because he's wilding out.
He's Nick Cannon.
Just say, I love all the mothers in my life. Of course. I'll see as many of them as I can. And then keep it moving.
There's no way he gets along with everybody in that circle. There's no way.
I don't think he gets along with most.
Yeah.
That would be rough.
I might even say any of them.
Yeah. What a mess. Well, this has to stop. Another artist, Eric Clapton this time, was up on stage doing a concert in Madrid, and somebody threw a vinyl record like a frisbee, hitting him with it. Now, it hit him in the chest. He was supposed to come back out and play an encore, but he was like, you know what? I'm good. He never came back out on stage. And I think it's been happening more and more and more. I saw somebody threw something on stage. Zach Bryan got all pissed. He refused to come back out.
Look, Twigs from the snack pack got hit in the head with a full-on can of Mountain Dew, and then he started yelling at the guy during the show. It kind of halted the show.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, hit him right in the head. He was very mad.
I don't blame him.
Not at all.
Do either one of you watch this show, Euphoria?
Sometimes.
So the 5th episode of the 3rd season has left viewers going, whoa.
Yeah, they like to push the envelope, Virginia.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney is doing all kinds of stuff. I guess she has an OnlyFans page on the show, and she was at one point fully topless and doing all kinds of stuff with her own feet.
Girl, you don't have HBO. You don't get this world. I mean, that's nothing for HBO.
Does it feel like in the show that they try too hard sometimes?
Yes. I think HBO does that a lot. And I love HBO programming, but when they go salacious, they go over the top salacious. Mm-hmm. And that show...
And that's what people are saying. Like, it's just, wow, full on raunchy. And some people weren't ready for the fetish content.
Well, there are people that are on OnlyFans, they're saying you're not even allowed to do that on OnlyFans. So it's not only just way out there, it's like not even realistic.
All right, well, so can you write down what you did?
Disturbing, they're calling it.
All right.
Let me show you on Denny's.
Somebody's in.
Denny's, come here. I need you to do a few of these things for
look, at
Jbird.
the end of the day, guys, I'm a journalist and I have to report accurately. So
Right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
You know, I think a lot of times we think of music to kind of reset your mood, and a lot of times I use music to reset my mood. But it's not only music that can do it and get you out of a funk. You can also go and watch scenes from movies. I used to do that as well. I remember back in the day, I loved the movie Old School, and there were so many scenes. I would just go back and watch some of the scenes, whether it be Will Ferrell doing the Streakin', the Snoop Dogg concert, and all that kind of stuff. I'd watch those. I'd laugh every single time that I saw it. And I'd go back and watch that scene. Now, Jbird, you said there are several scenes that you love to go back and watch. It kind of like reset your mood.
Oh, I love it. Field of Dreams, there's some scenes in there, especially towards the end when he goes, "Hey, Dad, would you like to have a catch?" And he's playing ball with a ghost, really, but he realizes it's his dad he's playing with. That whole scene right there.
Yeah.
That really
There's something touching about that.
Something touching. It makes me want to move a mountain. I love the scene when Yoda teaches Luke about what the universe is and everything around us.
Yes.
The rocks, the plants, Virginia, the swamp.
Yes.
It binds us.
Yes. Brings us together.
It does. I love that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Karate Kid. And there's a part in part 3 where he's fighting Mike Barnes, and he can't beat Mike Barnes. He's so taken down by fear, and he knows he's going to lose, and Miyagi gets in his face, and he looks at Daniel. "Oh, can't you lose to opponent? But must not lose to fear." Don't lose to fear.
Yeah.
Fear. Think about it. Everything in your life you've never done has been because of fear.
So you love them for motivation.
Yes.
They kind of get you fired up.
Yeah, Rocky 3.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
When Adrian gives him, "What are you afraid of?" And then, Carl Weathers, "There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow."
He was right.
He was. There is no tomorrow.
He didn't have many left.
He didn't have many.
Caught his own shot.
Yeah. All those, even Hoosiers. My men are on the court, and there's only 4 guys on there.
Yeah.
Showing he didn't need the 5. It was more about attitude and playing the game the right way.
Would you put Braveheart into that?
Oh, my gosh. I love Braveheart. The only problem about Braveheart is it's historically wrong. But I love Braveheart.
That is kind of cool. It's interesting. I hadn't even thought about having design playlists, whether it be motivation or heartfelt. I mean, typically mine are funny. I love really hysterical scenes like the ending of The Notebook or, something along those lines. Somebody said anytime I watch Happy Gilmore, I always put on the Bob Barker sing. It just, as soon as I see it, Trish said it lifts up my spirits.
Yeah, there's different kinds of ways you can go about it. There's ones where you're looking for legit inspiration, and then there's scenes you put on that just elevate your mood, that make you happy and in a fun mood.
Yes. I get this one too. Bridesmaids had several scenes like that. And Jill said, I love the one where Kristen Wiig is on the plane and she took a sedative and then she drank and she's trying to get into first class and the flight attendant is going back and forth with her and she's doing different characters.
It's great.
That is a good one. The sink scene is unbelievable.
There's one in Blazing Saddle and Gene Wilder, he just doesn't, you can tell he doesn't want to live anymore. And all he's doing is just drinking this bottle of whiskey. And the sheriff looks at him and goes, a man drinks like that and doesn't eat. He is going to die. And then Gene Wilder just looks in the camera and goes, when?
A couple other texts. Somebody said, I love the 21 Jump Street movie. The scene for me is Channing Tatum's character is explaining science to AP chemistry class, and then he turns around and the entire board just says Thor. Have you guys seen that movie yet? I don't think I've seen 21 Jump Street.
Yes,
I haven't.
I thoroughly enjoyed both of them.
I've heard that they're good. I feel like there's some movies I just have not seen, and I don't know why.
What about this speech? It's our time. It's our time down here. Up there, it's their time. But down here, it's our time.
Okay.
Goonies?
Oh,
okay.
Goonies.
Come on. They find Chester Copperpot. They keep going.
Yes, okay. Somebody else said the Spider-Man No Way Home when Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire show up at Spider-Man from alternate universes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There were some really good ones I loved in the original Spider-Man trilogies, too, that are out there. And somebody who's a Harry Potter's fan said the movie scene I put on to get in a good mood is from Deathly Hallows Part 2 when Harry finds out that Snape is actually a double agent and he's been protecting him the entire time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Deep.
Yes, very deep. I know that's probably right up there for you, too, right, Virginia?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Snape?
Yeah.
You would hate everything we're talking about. You would hate.
In another scene from Bridesmaids, Heidi said, when Melissa McCarthy is in the minivan riding with all the free dogs.
It's my
Yes.
favorite part of the movie because I didn't see that coming. She's got like 7 puppies in her car.
So good.
That is a good one. So if you got anything else to add to it, boy, you just need to get that playlist. Wouldn't it be nice to just have them all right there? Like you could access songs, you could just access scenes to movies in playlists. Like I need motivation, I need something funny.
You can do that. The people on YouTube take scenes that are funny like that. You can take them.
They do
put
a
them
compilation?
They do, or they can, for example, if you just want that
Yeah.
scene from Bridesmaid with her
Yeah.
in the car, someone's uploaded that.
Right.
Just take that scene and then make your own playlist.
Make your own playlist
and
on YouTube.
autoplay. Yeah.
Smart. Okay. That's what you do then. Go and do that.
That's very smart.
Yeah, I might have to actually go and build that up myself. That does sound absolutely amazing. Okay, let's see if you guys are ready to think fast here today on the KVJ Show.
Think fast, think fast. If you don't come in first, you might as well be last. Think fast.
Okay, we got Virginia, Jbird, and producer Denny's trying to see who can think the fastest and come up with sensible answers. That's what it requires to get a point here on the KVJ Show. The first thing I am looking for from you guys is a breakfast food that starts with the letter B.
Bread.
Breakfast.
What'd you say, Virginia?
Bread.
You're going to go with bread? Okay. I think we'll give you the point on that one.
What?
Did you yell breakfast?
I
Breakfast
did.
food.
And I believe there is a dish called the breakfast platter.
So loud.
Okay, next one. Give me a type of candy that starts with the letter M.
M&M's.
I think Denny's might have stuck in there with M&M's. Okay. There we go. Jbird was working his way through
He
Snickers
said
and everything else.
snow M&Ms.
I was locked in with S.
We know.
Okay, give me a country artist that starts with the letter K.
Keith Urban.
Oh, good
there we go.
one.
Look at that.
Okay.
Nice job, Bird. All right, he ties it all up at 1 here. You can hear the brains just starting to wake up. Oh, man, you guys are getting there.
And I want this one bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Give me a board game that starts with the letter C.
Candyland.
Denny's sharp.
He's in it.
Sharp. Jumps in the lead 2-1. Okay, give me a pizza topping that starts with the letter P.
Pepperoni.
Okay. And bam, just like that, he ties it up with Denny's. Okay, give me a streaming service that starts with the letter H.
Hulu.
I think Bird might have started that one, maybe. Same answer, right about the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bird's going to go to 3. Denny's at 2, Virginia at 1.
You are who losing.
Okay, next up, and think fast. Give me a breed of dog that starts with the letter G.
German Shepherd.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No.
No, so fast. Can't let her in.
No, I have one living in my house right now. Damn it.
He's crying. Honey Face's dog.
It's a she.
Oh.
Don't misgender her.
She's crying.
She's crying.
Okay. All right, Jaybird's still in the lead with 3. He's in command of the game right now.
Don't let her back in.
She's in. She's in my head.
It's too late.
Woof, woof.
No, no.
Okay, give me a fast food chain that starts with the letter T.
Taco
T1
Bell.
flats.
Would you go with Denny's?
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell, he said.
Yep. Okay.
Wow, he's quick.
He was good.
At least I didn't pick one that had, like, I don't know, 11 syllables. Tijuana flats.
Denny's and Jaybird's now tied at 3, Virginia at 2.
Let's hold hands.
All right. Let's Thelma and Louise this thing. Virginia's going to somehow win.
Yes.
Okay, give me a fruit
Oh, man, fruit.
that starts with the letter N.
Nectarine.
No!
It's all tied.
No! We let her in. You cannot ever let a witch back in.
It's all tied at 3. Next point wins.
Oh, it's which 101. I want Bill Buckner it.
What?
I'm going to Bill Buckner this thing.
Okay. Give me a TV sitcom that starts with the letter F.
Family
Friends.
Ties.
Virginia wins.
And just like that, Eva wins a game.
Wow, she was down and out.
Every time, heartbreaking fashion. It's a Bill Buckner loss.
He was cruising along, total control.
He was so
I
confident.
was making quips.
He made a who lose joke. Who loser?
I should know every time I talk trash, it all goes to crap.
Hopefully everybody's awake at least.
Oh, God.
Jbird, you said you had an ominous dream about me. Sounds very chilling.
Yes.
What was this dream about? And do I survive?
I was trying to warn you about something.
Uh-oh, what was going on?
You need to stay away from a graveyard. No graveyards near you. If you go into a graveyard, we must stop you.
Really?
Yes.
What's going to happen to me?
I don't know, but in the dream, me and Virginia, and you ever have that where, okay, for example, there was a guy in my dream as Denny's, but it looked nothing like Denny's, didn't talk like Denny's, but it was Denny's.
Right.
Does that happen to you sometimes?
Totally, yes.
And the whole goal was we cannot have Ralston go to a grave site anytime soon. If he does, the curse follows him.
Yikes. Thank God I really don't frequent graveyards.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the next grave you have to go to, you might want to rethink that.
The next grave you have to go to will be your own.
That's actually my plan. So that's odd you say that, because I'm like, yeah, that's kind of where I am in life. Yeah.
But
I'm good. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I think all that stuff, though, is all kind of mixed messages in your brain that comes out in some odd way. Don't you think? You can't go to a graveyard. What's going to happen if you go to a graveyard?
Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, how often can somebody say that they have had a premonition dream and that dream came true pretty much exactly how they saw it?
That's what to me is impressive. If I had a dream where Virginia was in a red car and you crash into an oak tree, and then in the dream a rabbit came over to you and licked your leg, and then that really happened, you'd go, all right, I dreamt that was a premonition.
Totally.
That's impressive to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why the rabbits are licking you. It's just the first thing I thought of.
I don't know either. It's kind of weird.
It is weird. Dreams are often weird.
You got some weird stuff in your head.
I know. I'm working through it.
Dreams might be a two-part thing. It might be one, you're actually having a true premonition dream, and then part two, who is the person that can actually interpret it correctly?
But a lot of times, too, when you have these dreams, they all kind of hit the same. Oh, Virginia, you're stressed out. You are having a tough time making a decision on something. You're in limbo about a decision, and you're afraid. It's the same 5 points of every dream.
I've had a dream before where I was confused about what was going on with a situation, maybe with a person or a group of people. Mm-hmm. And then the answers came to me in a dream. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, that's what they did. So then here's what I need to do.
Okay.
That's happened to me before. And it's been like, whoa.
That kind of makes sense, because I've heard that a lot of our dreams are our subconscious trying to work out little problems that maybe are unfiltered that we haven't gotten through yet. So that's where your subconscious will take you. And sometimes the images you have in your dream are actually just a manifestation of the problem that's already on your mind.
The other thing, too, last week we did talk a lot about the afterlife, death, graveyards. And I wonder sometimes when we talk about things on the air, obviously they'll bleed in to your psyche, especially if it's something that sticks with you. Mm-hmm. We talked a lot. We talked some deep stuff last week.
Oh yeah,
and maybe it was
always.
It was marinating in that old that frontal lobe, as they say in the business.
Mm-hmm. And you had your weird and whatever too on Thursday.
I do surround myself around.
You've built a world of weird.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're making it sound like it was an anomaly last week, but like it feels about like every week.
I do attract weird.
Yeah.
I'm
filter in, filter out.
I'm
That's
okay
it.
with it, but that whole law of attraction thing, I do think it works.
It does.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Yeah, you are the byproduct of what you spend your time on. No doubt about it. Well, hopefully everybody had a lovely Mother's Day yesterday. You know, and I'm a dad, but I get it. Mother's Day is the more elevated of the two. And I feel like it's just natural. And there's something to it. And I guess they kind of proved this, too. They did a survey by YouGov, and they said Americans are much more likely to say they were closer to their moms growing up than their dads. And I don't know necessarily why that typically is. It's usually a rarity if you see where the kids are closer to the dad. And I think a lot of times it's, at least I can speak for our family, I think my wife, she wants to be that front and center. And I can see that means a lot to her. And so I'm like, all right, I'll back off and I'll let you take that pole position, because she got to be there.
My mom and dad kind of serve different roles. You went to my mom for certain things. You went to my dad for certain things. Mm-hmm. Some things my mom couldn't handle, and then some things I knew my dad could handle a lot better, and vice versa. So you'd have to pick, this is a dad problem, this is a mom problem.
I think that's good. Honestly, I think that's the way it should be. I think if you're talking about the ideal, that's kind of nice. You know, to me, I at least, I think because I am a dad, I'd like to believe that dads are still necessary. I saw a headline today, they found some remote village and they don't even believe in dads, and it's all the kids are being raised by the women. I'm like,
don't let all that crap get in your head, because that's what it is. It's crap.
Right.
It's designed to try to divide people.
Yep.
We don't need any more division on this planet.
Amen.
I hear you. No, I think dads are very necessary.
Of course.
Like I said,
moms and dads are necessary. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, they say that moms are still seen as the primary emotional support parent in many families, which may explain why more Americans feel a deeper connection to them. So they're there for that. Would you say that's the case in your dynamic, Virginia? Because I know it seems like Rocco gravitates to his dad. a good
Definitely.
bit.
Rocco's a daddy's boy and Magnolia's a mama's girl.
But Panda's emotionally, he's good when it comes to emotions. He's not one of those guys, let's just eat some meat and throw the football around. He knows how to put on the emotional hat.
Totally. Yes. And he stayed home with Rocco when I went back to work.
Okay.
Like he stayed home with him. So he was the stay-at-home parent that got that bond.
Yeah, sometimes it's just who's more present.
Yeah.
I think has a lot to do with it as well. And in my family, who's holding the money? That always seems to help out as well.
But would you go to your mom more for emotional stuff than your dad?
Yeah, I would say I was closer with my mom than with my dad. She was the one that would kind of lay everything out to me, and my dad just kind of hovered. You know, he was there, and but my mom was the one that was really hands on,
Driving the ship, making the decisions.
Yeah, she was really up my tuchus.
If you went to your dad, let's say you were having a problem and you kind of needed a pep talk as a young teenager, would your dad be able to give you that, or would that be something that would not be in his skill set?
He would. What my dad was good at was pulling my mom off when she got too intense. And he'd be like, I think you need to lay up on him a little bit. Like, you're coming in pretty hot.
You've been a little hard on the beaver.
Right. So he was great at that. I mean, I'll tell my mom, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I think you might be a little bit too tight with the discipline.
And she would respond to that.
She kind of would, yeah. And I responded to that as well. Because, I think kids want that at a certain point. They want a little bit of freedom. And so my mom was not ready to give up on that. She's like, no. I like having you under my grasp.
She's like, I don't trust you.
And she was not wrong.
I see that wild in your eyes.
She said, what is this, a Wolf Dockin shirt?
Yes. My dad's like, let him go make a few mistakes. He'll learn better that way. And he wasn't wrong. And then I wonder, too, when it comes to getting your kid's artwork tattooed on your body, who's going to do that more, mom or dad?
Oh, dad in my house.
I think dad would, but I've seen a lot of mothers do artwork of their kids' stuff, man.
At my house, it's the queen. I mean, she's got every kid tattooed somewhere on her body.
Oh.
So that's what she's done. I'm not the tattoo guy. If you go to Rihanna's household, it's Rihanna. Well, just heard for the Mother's Day weekend on Friday, Rihanna got a tattoo on the back of her knee featuring artwork created by her 3 kids. Now, she's got 8-month-old Rocky, 2-year-old Riot, and 4-year-old RZA that she shares with A$AP Rocky. So, at that age, you're not going to get a lot of great artwork. It's just basically a bunch of scribbles that they made, but that's still what she's going with, even at this age. So there is a mom with a tribute tattoo to her kids on her body. Who is likely to get them more frequently, moms or dads? In your family, Virginia, it's a dad answer. In my family, it's a mom answer.
Yes, we are both, me and you, have no tats.
Right. Don't do it. So when I asked the question at KVJ TV, mom is actually winning this thing. 59% of the answers, mom has the tattoo tribute. 41% goes to the dads. So it's a little bit different there. Now, some of the ones that you have, Katie said, I got my kids' names tattooed on my forearm. It's an infinity symbol with their names in it. That's kind of cool, too, because after hearing that when you get your kid's face tattooed on your body, it doesn't look anything like your kid, that's kind of a tough one to explain.
That's tragic.
Vic, why do you have a kid's face on your arm? It's my kid. Be like, that looks nothing like your kid.
It's tough.
Who is that kid? You're like,
we don't know him.
Yes. Then all of a sudden you look kind of weird, right?
It looks weird, and the parent takes it hard, too.
Mm-hmm. Another mom said, I got a tattoo on the right side of my back for my daughters. It's 2 butterflies in the color of their birthstones. It's kind of a good one.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. A mom of 4's got a mom and baby ducks tattooed. Names of 3 so far. So that's what she does. So each little baby duck represents one of the kids, and they put the name in there. Another kid's tattoo, it's a Tigger from Winnie the Pooh with his name.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be cool if I got your face, but I put like dinosaur wings on it?
I'd be honored.
Wouldn't that be badass?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Breathing fire or something?
Yeah, Virginia had sent me a photo that I guess over the weekend, one of our KVJ Nationers, Engineer Keith, I assume this is AI Engineer Keith. But yeah, he wound up getting a tattoo of a sunflower with my face in the middle of it, which, I mean, look how great that is. It's a walking sunflower that has my face.
And look, we established that your wife, the Mexican queen, she loves sunflowers. Mm-hmm. That's her favorite flower.
Yep.
What better than a sunflower with Kevin's face in it?
I like, though, doesn't your wife have a picture of your face, but it looks like Devin Ralston, not Kevin?
It doesn't look anything like me. It looks like I'm dead in it on top of it. I'm like, is this a wish? I don't know what's going on here.
Wishful thinking?
It's zombie Ralston.
It's actually more troubling than anything. Yeah. So interesting and eye-opening.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Well, Kevin Hart got roasted live on Netflix last night. I want to go back and watch it because it sounds like there was definitely some doozies. Now, you'll remember back in 2017, Kevin Hart got caught cheating on his pregnant wife, Nico, and Nico was in the audience as Tom Brady joked about Kevin cheating on his wife. Oh, it's so awkward and awesome. Mm-hmm. She's right there.
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't that Kevin Hart get called up by Cat Williams as well?
Yeah, Cat Williams was there. He was a big part of it last night as well. Yeah, Tom Brady kind of came out like right towards the beginning and actually interrupt Kevin Hart as he was kind of starting off.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be way better than the Tom Brady roast. Way better.
Do you ever shut up? Have you even left the forum? Or have you just been here screaming into that mic the last 2 years waiting for daddy to come home? Well, unlike your real dad, I actually showed up.
Oh, you son of a...
I do have a few words for you before I return to my affairs in Las Vegas. Oh, wait. Not supposed to talk about affairs in Vegas? I think I broke another rule.
And that's the one referring to the affair with the wife sitting in the audience. And didn't he also have an affair in Miami? Wasn't there something going on there, if I remember correctly?
He was in a car, and it didn't look good.
Yeah. I remembered that as well.
But I'm sure those are the only two affairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're talking about Cat Williams. He was out there as well. In fact, they had a nice little montage of jokes. You had everything from Chelsea Handler out there ripping on him. You had some other jokes that were going on. Here's a few of the jokes that you got last night with the Kevin Hart roast.
Everyone loves you, Kevin Hart. What a story. Your dad was a street hustler and addicted to crack cocaine. So I guess being dependent on the rock runs in the family.
Kevin's dad wasn't there for him because he was addicted to cocaine, which is a lot more respectable than not being there for your kids because you're filming Jumanji 3.
Kevin, you're going to hear some things tonight that you're not familiar with. Those things are called punchlines.
Yeah, so Cat Williams was there, and he's like, you can tell they really don't have a lot of people want to do this when they're calling his enemies to be a part of it. Because they have had a long-running beef that has been going on. But
yeah, I guess they ended it, though. That's good.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Did Cat Williams say anything? Or did just Kevin Hart get up there and just talk?
Now, Kevin Hart is the one that really kind of asked for it, but Cat Williams seemed like he was all about it last night.
For years on years, you coming out here, quite the surprise, but Cat, I can sit and I can watch you, I can laugh, because I'm a fan first, okay? I'm a fan first. Cat, we have an opportunity in real time, this is live television, to put our beef behind us. I am offering you an olive branch of peace. I want to be a brother. I want to be a friend. Cat, I want to move on. Can we move on, man? Can we move on?
And they hugged.
Cat, can we move on? Because I know you have more dirt on me. Please do not talk anymore. Can we please move on?
I think some of the things that Pete Davidson had to say were the funniest. I mean, he went after a lot of people, including Kanye West.
Yeah. He had a few in here, and just kind of warning you that I imagine this is probably going to get some attention, but he definitely went for the one that is going to get the shock value, and referencing Charlie Kirk in this comedy.
Tony Hinchcliffe is here, looking like both a child molester and the doll they give the child to show where he touched them. Tony reminds me of Charlie Kirk, in that he's definitely been on camera letting a guy unload in his throat.
Yes. Yes. So he's the one that went for the jugular there.
He did.
Literally.
And yeah, he was messy with Kanye too. And it's funny because Pete Davidson's girl, his girlfriend that just gave birth to his baby, is also in the dirt today because there's pictures of her on social media holding the baby and crying. Jbird, look at these pictures. Holding the baby and crying.
You have terrible resolution on your computer screen. Yeah.
It's pretty troubling when you see that.
Is that from the roast?
No, that is from social media. But they're saying that there's trouble in paradise between Pete Davidson and his girlfriend, Elsie. They're trying to figure things out, but they have been going through issues in their relationship.
Why did she post that?
I mean, I think it's one of those things you post when you're frustrated and you're not getting what you need out of the relationship and you want to
blast everybody,
blast him and
across the world and not talk about it behind closed doors. Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe she's already tried behind closed doors and it hasn't worked and she feels desperate and alone.
If you guys are going on social media to air out your problems, guess what? It is over.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that picture, I kind of thought the same thing because you cheer for them to stay together and you hope that they can make it work. But when you are posting pictures of you crying, holding your baby, and he's not there, it's not good.
Well, it's a message, and it's there to create drama and let everyone know that there's drama going on. Yeah. If not, you talk about that stuff behind the scenes.
Well, maybe she tried and hasn't gotten anywhere with it, and she feels like, this is all I can do. This is the only power I have left. Maybe he'll feel bad if he sees this.
But believe me, I am the one that is in the minority here. People love to post there. If you're crying, people love to post a picture.
I mean, crying, holding his baby, or you're alone.
All you need is a puppy in the background, and then forget about it.
Well, the Red Hot Chili Peppers just sold their music catalog. How much do you think they got for the entire music catalog? What do you think, Jbird?
I'm going to go $700 million.
What do you think, Kevin?
I'm going to say they only got like $300 million.
You're correct. $300 million.
Really?
I think Kevin read the story.
Well, he's good, too. He's good.
Yeah, it was rumored last year they were looking to sell it. Time Warner Music Group bought it. So there you go.
I mean, that's a pretty good deal. $300 million for Red Hot Chili Pepper. No?
I think so. I honestly, I thought maybe they'd get a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought they'd get around the 400 mark, maybe 5. Good luck with us splitting that up. I'm sure there'll be no fighting.
Yeah, how many people are in the band, and then how do you divvy it up?
If you are one of the ones that didn't write the hits, guess what? You get a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Some people, though, look, I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but, some people that don't like them, they just think it's kind of like a bunch of, they think it sounds basically like this. Just kind of like a mishmash of a whole bunch of words.
Come to a leaper with the peppermint bake, the chalupas in the fair to ready. Doorknob, California, buttermilk pancakes in my eyes. Stepped on a toe, broken Navajo code. Now it's time to reiterate California. I got a thumbtack on my nutsack, pies 3.1415. Hey-oh, I don't know what I say.
If I were in a bar, it would probably take me about 2 minutes before I realized this wasn't really the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I wouldn't even know. I feel like they're saying about California again. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's a bunch of nonsense and.
But it's in California.
Thumbtack? Wait, what was that part? So there are some people that just they don't feel it. So maybe that's why $300 million is the right amount.
Still, $300 million. That's a lot of cake.
Especially when the lead singer gets most of it. Oh yeah. No, I think him and Flea will get a bunch, and then I think we're gonna start seeing a little bit of a fight going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Got a few celebrity call-em-outs to get us going here. In fact, it looks like there's some mounting heat on Ellen Degeneres from Swifties, which is the one group you don't want to have focused on you. And it all happened from this interview that Taylor's done the last couple of weeks, from what I can tell, where she mentioned something that seems obvious, that is a little shade towards Ellen Degeneres because of something Ellen did with Taylor Swift when she was on her show.
There are so many songs in my career that would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends. Like,
It's still out there. We still don't know. So let's show some pictures. All right. All right.
we didn't date.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous to show Zach. They never did date. Okay.
So she was showing these different celebrities with Taylor, and she'd have to ring the bell every time it was somebody that she had dated, as Ellen was trying to nail it down. And so some Swifties are just saying, that's really not cool that we do that kind of stuff and you make somebody out what they're doing with their relationships. In these type of situations, you should be able to have a bit of a private life, especially because she's so criticized because of it. And now the fact that, Taylor threw out just this little blurb in this interview.
There are so many songs in my career that would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends. Like,
here's a slideshow of all of her boyfriends, which is exactly what Ellen did. They'd be like, that's Ellen DeGeneres, get her.
Okay, here's my question, though. All these celebrities, I always see the internet get all mad at Ellen and, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Don't they do pre-interviews? Don't the celebrities know what's going on before they get out there? Are you trying to tell me Taylor Swift and her people don't know what Ellen DeGeneres is going to be doing on any kind of bit? I'm going to go ahead and say I think these celebrities know what they're getting themselves into, and the internet goes, can you believe what Ellen did? And I'm not defending Ellen because I think Ellen is probably a monster to really work with. But these celebrities, they don't go on these shows blindly like that. Taylor Swift's people, you think they're going to allow her to do that? No way in heck.
I think it works both ways. I think a majority of times, especially Taylor, they seem like they're very buttoned up and they would want to know. There is every now and then where they kind of spring something on you. And this interview happened at the height of Ellen's fame, where I think she felt like she was a little impervious, like, okay, I'm going to strong arm this because this is going to be great entertainment and she'll eventually like it. And this might be some of the stuff that Ellen was doing, as people talked about a little bit of a toxic environment that Ellen was doing, passive aggressive type stuff. Be like, that was kind of uncool because I really didn't want to do that bit. And she kind of walked me into it anyway. I don't know that she did that, but it is possible. And you're right. A lot of times they do let people know. I would like to know how that really went on.
It's kind of like,
I would too.
It's kind of like the Jimmy Fallon thing. They really don't do improv. They know what's going on out there. And I think if you're a major celebrity, their team protects every little thing. And you can tell if Ellen was really to have done Taylor Swift wrong, did Taylor Swift ever go back on Ellen's show again? And if she did go back on her show many times, multiple times, that shows you that she knows what's going on. Taylor Swift plays the game too. She's not an idiot.
That'd probably be a big part to answer your question. If any Swiftie knows that, did she ever make another appearance on Ellen's show after that?
And look, I could be wrong. I don't want no heat from the Swifties.
Well, they're saying that even the sensibilities of doing these kind of interviews has changed a bit. They say that now, you might have been able to strong arm some celebrities, and now people are like, well, that's just not right. That our sensibilities on what is permissible and inbounds and out of bounds has kind of changed a bit.
You wouldn't ask a man who he was dating.
Yeah, you would. That happens all the time. Good gosh. I hate when they say, would you ever ask a man what he's wearing in an interview? I remember Blake Lively. She did that. The one woman asked about the clothing of the movie, and Blake Lively goes, isn't it so funny? I mean, would you ask a man what they were wearing? And I saw like 9 different interviews about that movie asking men about their wardrobe. Yeah. So let's cool our jets a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the Swifties need a new enemy each week, so looks like Ellen might be the enemy this week. It's a good thing she's in another country now, right?
Isn't she already canceled?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you can double cancel. Dana White. Now, this is probably a safe call him out because the person he's calling out is behind bars, but he was asked who is the rudest celebrity he's ever met.
Who's the rudest celebrity you've ever met? Ooh, that's a good question. What a great question. Let me really think about this so I can really stick it to whoever it was. Who will we run into? That's
Diddy.
Who?
Diddy.
Oh, Diddy. 100%. The biggest ever.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody shocked?
Yeah. They had to yell Big Diddy. He's like, okay.
Well, Diddy won't be in prison forever.
No, you're right.
Diddy is going to get out.
Do you think he's scared, though?
No.
I think I wouldn't say he's. I think there's some fear there
from Dana White.
Oh. No, because I think he's got Navy SEALs around him constantly.
He's not afraid of Diddy.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Other people should be very afraid of Diddy.
I think other people that can get to, yes, they're scared.
Sure.
Bodyguards and people that testified against him that used to be in his inner circle, those people should be very afraid of Diddy right now because he will be getting out, and you know how Diddy does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think Dana White's probably okay.
Dana White's fine.
Now, Jbird, you need to call out somebody for calling a deli woman the B word.
Man, you see this a lot. I've noticed it. I'm at delis a lot, but I kind of came late to the dance, but there was a bunch of people in the deli line, and there was this just angry bald guy who he was so angry his face turned pink. Ooh. He just was an angry dude, and I guess she didn't have the right bread that he wanted, and he was prolonging the line. Everything he did was an issue. The lettuce was wrong. The tomatoes were wrong. The mayo was wrong. So what should have taken about 4 minutes is now up to like 14 minutes. People are getting mad. She didn't have the right bread, and he finally said, "Oh man, you're being such a bitch about everything." And line, I didn't have to say anything. About 7 people jumped on this guy and said, "Don't you talk to her like that." And that guy slinked away, didn't say nothing, grabbed his sub and took off.
I love when people stand up like that.
I do
because that is
too.
the right thing to do. It's like we should never have tolerance to speak to anybody for that reason. For what? Not having the bread ready?
Well, I got there kind of late, so I kind of didn't know what was going on, but I figured out quickly, all right, the sub line hates that guy. He's being mean to the sub lady, and there was a line of defense of people that defended her, which was really cool to see.
Good.
Yeah.
And you got to call out people like that.
Well, she can't. The sub lady can't start cursing at him. But the people in the line, the other customers, we can.
I know, there's just so many rude people, especially, I see it so much in the deli line where they talk to someone making a sub like they're less than nothing, and it's so annoying.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You do see it out there in the wild.
Wrong. It's wrong.
You got to call it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me see. We got, another one. You see these teen takeovers? They had one in Tampa, 22 arrests, mostly individuals under the age of 18.
It's crazy.
They just rush you into a street and they're like, ours. And you're like, all right, what do you do? I mean, what do you do if you're like driving through something like that?
So what exactly are they doing?
They just kind of run out and they take over the street in a sense. And then they're like, the cops have to come in. Like, I mean, arresting 22 people, that'll let you know how many people were there because they didn't arrest every single person there.
I'm not condoning this at all because I am a pacifist. All I know is if I got in front of a car and I did not get out of the way and they ran me over, I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can't, though. I mean, you have to sit there. If they surround your car, you just have to sit there.
But what if they start banging on your car and you feel threat? I mean, that is a legit threat. If you have a group of people, you don't know what they're going to do, especially if they got things in their hand.
In the state of Florida, you're going to win that. If somebody's coming at you in a threatening manner, you're in your car and you feel threatened, then you're allowed to do what you need to do to get out of that situation. I don't see any court in Florida that's not going to rule in your favor if that's all you're doing. Now, if you just start taking people out as extras, then they're going to get you. But if you're just trying to get to the nearest path to get
away
out of that place for your own safety and health, then no court's going to rule against you in this state.
What would you do? Okay, how would it rule? Let's say you've got, no one's touching your car, but you've got 12 people around you and they've got stuff in their hand and they're blocking you. Now, they're not touching the car, but you do feel like there's a blockade there and they've got weapons in their hand.
You probably win that.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially if the attorney went into why you would already be concerned. Maybe once before in your life you were threatened. They would look for that to say, from your previous experience, you thought you were in that exact same situation of danger again. And yeah, they're pretty lenient on that. If you feel like you're in danger, then you can do what you need to do to get out of it. Got to call him out from Andrea. She said, got to be calling out Kev for playing Jbird's Mother's Day song on Friday. I didn't know I was going to be crying at work, but I got all emotional. She said, that was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I said, I agree.
It's a great song.
You got to update those references, though. A lot of those references, some of those references are old when I wrote that thing.
Now, is this a call him out for being genius or annoying? You say you ordered Taco Bell the other night, and to the bag was stapled 3 different or business cards that were there saying somebody was a music producer.
Here's what's going on. People are doing side hustles, and they are stapling their business cards to their food that you deliver. This guy's he does music or something. It had nothing to do with Taco Bell, but he stapled it onto the food bag. Do you like the hustle, or would you rather just have your food just be your food?
I admire the hustle. You know what? Somebody's out there trying to make it happen.
What if it's solar panels? I'm a little annoyed.
Well, it's about the approach. And the approach was nothing. You could look at it and you'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And you could admire it. Or you could be like, no. And you throw it right away. But either way, they didn't take really too much of your time or energy. And they shot their shot. And if you don't ever shoot your shot, you're going to miss every one.
Exactly.
I wonder if there is a policy with Uber or Lyft or any of those Uber Eats if you're not allowed to do that. Are you not allowed? Of course, I didn't give a crap.
Yeah, and you take a risk, too, of somebody either not tipping you or giving you a worse rating.
Or reporting you saying, I don't want someone soliciting their business to me. I'm like, yeah, they're just hustling.
Yep. So we had a couple of questions that came up in Call 'em Out. One was, are Uber Eats drivers allowed to do a side hustle and put their business cards on your bag? Now, was this because the guy knew you were at the radio, or was it just a random thing where he's a music producer and he's looking for anything he can get?
Just a random dude. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I didn't get to speak to them.
Okay.
My food was out there, and it was stapled to the bag with a card and what they do.
One text says, I do Uber Eats, and they do not tolerate any third-party business representation. It even says when you sign up, if you're caught, they will terminate your account. It's considered moonlighting, they say.
Well, I ain't no rat. So play on, player. Get that music done.
Okay. Gonna let them go on ahead and do that stuff.
We would never turn him in.
Well, it doesn't bother me.
No.
Yeah.
As long as my food is... Now, if you stapled a business card about your music and you forgot my honey mustard, now we got issues.
New thing that Uber is introducing, they got a new feature. It's going to let riders order food and drinks during their trips.
Oh.
It's called Eats for the Way, and it's available only to Uber Black and Uber Black SUV users, but I guess they'll pop off. If you want to get some fast food on the way, they'll do that for you.
And will they let you eat it in the car? Because a lot of times they do not want you eating in the car.
I can see this going not well. This does not, no. Yeah, I got these onion rings. You mind if I go ahead and open them up, Bob?
Yeah, can we stop at the bar and get a couple of daiquiris?
Yeah.
I promise I won't spill them.
Oh, I've got this strawberry shake. Oh, I spilled it.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine if you're doing that, you would have to agree to it.
They probably will pick it up and allow you to seal it and not eat it in the car.
You think so?
I'd imagine that.
Oh, I can't resist. If I get food at the drive-thru, I have to eat it in the car. I'm not strong enough to wait till we get home.
Not only is it gross, it's also dangerous, Kevin. I've seen it many times.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this would be, I think, a little bit shocking if you are on your Frontier Airlines flight headed to L.A. and then all of a sudden you hear that you have struck a man on the tarmac.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, this is the pilot talking to air traffic control as a guy hopped a fence and just walked onto the runway as a Frontier Airlines flight was trying to get to Los Angeles and was building up some pretty good speed. Looks like it probably was what a lot of people unfortunately do here in South Florida with the Bright Line. So he went out there and it was pretty gruesome and also caused some issues with the jet itself.
All right, 4345. We have 231 souls on board. There was an individual walking across the runway.
Okay. We are rolling the trucks down.
Up. We've got smoke in the aircraft. We're going to evacuate on the runway.
Up. Okay. We're having ops and emergency vehicles going all the way now. Op 7, they're about halfway down the runway, 17 left. They're evacuating the runway, the aircraft on the runway.
Yeah.
Are they okay?
No, they are not okay.
No, they are not okay.
This will not be an open casket. Yes, they say the victim was not an airport employee and had intentionally trespassed onto the airfield, and now they're obviously looking to say, okay, they are having more and more people with mental health issues that are trying to get onto planes or onto tarmacs. There was one guy that got through, remember that? He got into the wheel well, I think it was, and they found him dead when the plane had landed, and I think that was part of the issue. So I think they're having to say, we got to take this seriously, that unfortunately a lot of people are trying to end their lives at airports, and we've got to make it tougher for people to get to these planes.
It's a pretty heavy story.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, imagine you're on the plane and you see that because people could see it.
Absolutely.
Oh, he got sucked into the engine.
You know some douche on the planes. I got to be down in Pompano in 3 hours. I can't.
The plane started filling with smoke, and people didn't know. Like, unless you saw it out your window, you thought your plane was on fire, and they had to emergency evacuate the whole plane.
Yeah. I'd be like, dude, if you need to go that bad, you can fly this thing yourself.
Yeah, fly it yourself. It's on fire.
Mm-hmm. Now, this was a crazy scene as well. Did you see the video of the motorcycle that collided with a silver sedan Saturday near Vancouver? And the motorcycle went so high in the sky, it got caught up on the traffic light.
How did that happen? I saw the picture, and it defies sensibility.
The only thing I can think is somehow maybe the wheel of the motorcycle was revved and it caught the car, and it could fly up pretty good, I'd imagine, if it had something that, you know, the way it hit and there was a rev at the same time, it goes, I mean, the guy was hurt pretty good, but I guess it's not life-threatening.
That's some Evel Knievel stuff right there.
Totally Evel Knievel.
It's quite an unbelievable visual, no doubt. Well, last year, a 32-year-old thief from Texas named Jathan Gilder stole $770,000 worth of diamond earrings from Tiffany's in Orlando.
He ate them, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I remember this
Two
story.
sets of earrings, yeah.
He was looking at them in the store and went, oop, then ran.
And then he asked the cops, he's like, am I going to be charged with what's in my stomach?
Duh.
What happens if you only find one of the earrings?
You got to keep looking.
And you never find the other one.
No, we got to flush this guy.
I mean, is it possible it could stay in there?
I mean, I guess anything's possible, but you probably keep flushing and flushing until you get your investment
You'd
back.
probably do an x-ray, too, to see if you could see anything, I would imagine.
It's a tough gig.
It's a tough gig.
Yeah, he even regretted saying, I should have just thrown him out the window.
I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. So with a guy with that kind of intellect, do you think he's going to be great as his own attorney?
Yes, I do. I think he's going to.
He wants to be his own attorney.
And I support that because I would love to see this.
Yep. He just rejected a plea deal. He's decided he's going to represent himself at trial.
Okay.
Oh, please put that on TV.
That'll be amusing.
Please broadcast that one.
Yeah, he did pass the 2 sets of earrings from Tiffany's while in custody, plus some unexpected mystery earrings not from the Tiffany's haul.
He's done this before?
I think that's his thing.
Oh.
He was over at De Beers. Isn't that a...
De Beers?
De Beers.
De Bears?
De Beers.
De Beers. He has a long rap sheet. You got everything from resisting arrest, assault, narcotics possession, multiple jewelry thefts. He's looking at up to 30 years for robbery with a 15-year mandatory minimum, and up to life for grand theft with a 30-year mandatory minimum.
I'm going on record, not the first time he swallowed product.
Yeah, he's living a life of crime.
But I have a feeling it's going to be the last time he represents himself.
Definitely.
Yeah. And how wild is this? They say gas thieves are drilling into vehicle tanks, leaving some drivers with repair bills far higher than the value of the fuel stolen.
Oh my gosh.
That's whack, isn't it?
They're drilling into your tank and then getting all your gas out?
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem like kind of a process? That's not like a 1, 2, 3, all right, and let's bounce.
And what are you getting, like 30, 40 bucks worth of gas?
I feel like that would take you kind of a good amount of time, and you're not getting that much gas.
Yeah, here they are talking about it.
You stole 5 gallons of gas. Times 5, that's $25. But in reality, that cost me $2,500. This neighbor here and these neighbors here were thinking about getting cameras now. You know, that's an added cost.
On the smaller stuff, it's upwards of $1,500 just for the tank. And labor alone is not cheap either. Keep following the manufacturer recommended specifications for what they can put in for fuel, and keep just driving, stay away from high crime areas. That's really about the best you can do.
Wow.
I wouldn't be thinking about cameras. I'd be getting cameras.
Yeah.
Well, this is the danger of turning off your Wi-Fi in Kentucky. Apparently, this person did, and then they got attacked by 2 other people with a baseball bat simply because they turned off the Wi-Fi they were using, which was their own. They were jumping on their Wi-Fi.
Oh, no.
The man went to their apartment and hit both victims with the bat. He threatened to kill them, too, if their internet wasn't working again by the time he got back to his room.
So the net was working again?
I would say for a minute, but then the police mysteriously showed up, and now he's facing several charges, including attempted murder and disorderly conduct.
What a mess.
Don't know if they'll have Wi-Fi in prison, but looks like that's where he's headed. It's pretty crazy, huh?
It is.
A small town in Georgia lost its entire police department after the mayor fired all 10 employees following a dispute involving his wife. It's Cahutta, Georgia. The mayor, Ron Shinnick, shut down the department after officers allegedly made inappropriate comments on Facebook about his wife, Pam.
Oh, no.
Do not talk about Pam that way.
She had previously been fired as town clerk over accusations she created a hostile work environment, but officers claimed she still had access to sensitive town information. Several officers had filed formal complaints and said they were assured their jobs were safe, only to be fired about a week later.
Oh, wow.
Pam's got the goods.
One officer said it was a personal vendetta from the mayor. The town temporarily turned policing duties over to the county sheriff's office.
Oh, this is juicy.
Pam's burning down the bridge.
All because of Pam.
They pissed off Pam.
Wow. How
She's
about
got
that?
their secrets.
That's crazy.
Now, because of the backlash, the town council voted to reinstate the entire police department just 2 days later and restore the officers' pay.
So what's going to happen to the mayor? He's going to have to eat it?
It's a great question. I don't know what they can do to him.
What about Pam?
Choice.
My main concern's Pam.
I think Pam's the problem.
I think Pam's got dirt on people.
Mm-hmm. And that Palm Beach Pete. People who are fascinated by this guy are like, look at what he's doing now. He's definitely Jeffrey Epstein. You know, they said it looked like he even had the same teeth.
It did.
Yes, well, it doesn't anymore because Palm Beach Pete went to the dentist, y'all.
Where's Palm Beach Pete now? He's at the dentist getting his teeth fixed so my bottom teeth don't get compared to that really bad guy. You know what I'm talking about. So it's a process. It'll take some time, but I'm at the dentist taking care of it. Peace out, Palm Beach Pete.
Palm Beach Pete loves
He's
this.
loving every little bit of it.
He is loving his new.
Are we sure Palm Beach Pete isn't Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm not one of those people buying it.
I'm not buying it either, but what I am buying is that Palm Beach Pete is loving the limelight.
That I buy, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right there with you. So I don't know if it is. It's what a troll game he's got going, huh?
Dang.
Yes, if that really is Jeffrey Epstein, then wow. Okay. That'd be amazing.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, one thing we do with KVJ is an Instagram page called kvj.eats, where you can go and see some of our favorite little restaurants or cool little places we find, because South Florida is just littered with them. There's so many really cool little mom and pop places, and if you're not seeing them on our Instagram page, you can see them on the Food Network. Guy Fieri, who's got a place in Lake Worth Beach, when he's down here, and he's pretty much down here, I think, just during season, but man, he went through and filmed, looks like there's at least 6 different places in Palm Beach County that is going to be featured on his show.
I mean, it's so much easier to feature places in your neighborhood if you're living down here.
Absolutely,
you don't
right.
You don't want to travel with your crew to, I don't know, Michigan.
Right, yeah.
If I'm in South Florida, let's film in South Florida.
Yeah, he does. They did Lena's Cafe and Bake Shop. That is a great place. That is right there on North Lake, just real close to military, great sandwiches, and a lot of good stuff there. They did that April 10th. I told you about Nev's Barbecue.
Yes.
That they did. That's in Palm Beach Gardens. That was on the 24th. And then just on Friday, they did a feature on Driftwood, which is in Boynton Beach.
Oh, I haven't been there. What's that about?
It's like a laid-back American spot that they do, and I'd seen, it's, I think, a husband-wife.
Oh.
It's at least a couple that's running the place, but it looks quaint. And then coming up on the 22nd of May, they're going to feature Tropical Smokehouse.
Love it.
Yes. Then
I just had their cornbread the other day.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Made with real corn?
Yes.
Oh, there's corn and cornbread? Who would have thought?
It was delicious.
Was it? Okay.
With the honey butter.
Yeah, honey butter goes great with cornbread.
Tropical. You can touch me anytime with that honey butter.
Then on the 29th, they're going to be featuring Don Ramon, Restaurante Cubano.
Oh, legendary.
Yeah, it is. That'll be kind of cool. I mean, 36 years they've been open. And then they're going to feature a place called Walk by the Beach. It is an Asian fusion sit-down on Riviera Beach. It's got sushi and Thai staples. That'll be airing on the Food Network on June 12th on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Oh, I like that. Is that on Singer Island?
I'm not sure where that is. I haven't
think it
seen that one
is.
yet. That would make the most sense.
Do you think Emerald would be mad if all of a sudden Guy Fieri came up with his own kind of catchphrase like "va-va-voom" as he threw something in the pot? Is he mad, or is he kind of like, all right, it's a nod?
He won't care as long as you don't use BAM.
You can't use BAM.
Can't use BAM.
But if you do "va-va-voom" and then you
want to do "va-va-voom,"
I don't know. I think you're mad. you're taking his act, I think.
There's no new ideas.
And you're right, because we're getting another chicken restaurant.
Another chicken restaurant?
Another chicken restaurant.
It's too much chicken, dog.
Yeah, we were talking about this just, a week or so ago. On just the explosion of, really, they're chicken forward. I mean, they may have a few other things, but it's all about being a chicken joint. And this looks a lot like the same, kind of like, that Popeye spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It looks like that. It's called Fuku, and it's cleverly spelled Fuku, but it's pronounced Fuku. But they use that in their marketing. It's pronounced Fuku, not,
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they look like they're trying to be pretty trendy. So it would be like a Popeye's chicken sandwich, but we're cool and trendy because they're going to City Place in downtown West Palm. So it'll be, chicken sandwiches for $35.
$35 chicken sandwich.
I'll also take a drink. Okay, that'll be $3,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do a fried chicken sandwich served on a butter toasted potato roll with pickles and the Fuku mayo.
That butter's going to cost you.
You got mild spicier with an impossible filet, they call it. That means, I guess it's just
fake chicken.
Oh, is that what?
Impossible is like tofu chicken.
Although don't get tricked. There are some places. There was a place called the Impossible Something Restaurant, and I go, is that one of those Beyond Meat, blah blah blah, fake? And it was not, and it did breed some confusion.
Interesting.
Okay. The chicken chain opened their first standalone restaurant in Coral Gables, for Florida at least, and they already had a Fuku chicken. Maybe you saw it if you went to Hard Rock Stadium. They say the first dedicated Fuku restaurant opened in New York in 2015, and it's a chicken concept started as a secret off-menu item at Chang's Momo Fuku Noodle Bar in New York City. And they originally were making as a late-night meal for kitchen staff at the restaurant. And people loved it so much, like, man, you should do a whole restaurant around this. They're like, all right, we will.
Huh.
So there you go. So a new trendy chicken joint.
Chicky trendy.
Chicky trendy, yeah.
I like it.
Yes, that's what it is. So Fuku, coming soon. All right, Bird, what you got on your mind today?
Does every restaurant or fast food place where they're serving your food in front of you, and I'm more, again, going on the sub world, should you be forced to use gloves on your hands when you're using anytime you're handling food? Because I went to a mom and pop place over the weekend, and the guy did not have gloves on. His hands were gross. But I was hungry and I fought through it. But shouldn't that be mandatory? I don't care what restaurant you're at, whether it's Subway or a mom and pop's. You should have gloves on your hands. How do I know that guy just was not scratching his nards 90 seconds before I walked in there?
You don't.
And believe me, he had the look of a guy
Itchy
who
nards?
loves to scratch his nards. Yeah. And I think that should be something where I think you're doing a disservice for yourself. Some people may not be going to your place because you don't have gloves on. I know of a person that say, I'm not going to that sub place. They don't wear gloves. It grosses me out. Something as simple as gloves, I think, can make or break you. Thoughts, opinions?
Totally. I've seen it before. And it just kind of, if the person's hands look dirty, it's a turnoff.
When we were down in Miami, there was a place in Hollywood, Florida. It was right where I lived at. They made great subs. There was 2 people that would make the sub. A really nice, attractive woman. She was so nice, so kind, so personable. And then there was just this disgruntled guy. And when I tell you, he looked like he had dirty reindeer hooves. It just looked like he... It's almost like he made sandwiches with car oil. It was bizarre. But there were times where I was so hungry, I'd see him make it. I'd see his dirty fingernails, and I'd eat the first half because I was so hungry. The second half was always tough to get through.
You just throw it away.
Because you get full and you don't. When you're hungry, you turn into a monster. You'll eat things you normally don't.
You're right.
You get a little full, and you're like, I don't know if I want to eat a hoof sandwich today. I'm just saying, if you're not using gloves, especially at mom and pop places, I would think about it.
When the food prep is visible to the customer and the person making the sandwich has dirty hands, you just should wear the gloves.
And last thing I'll
You're
say,
touching the food. If it's finger on food, if you're using a utensil and there's a barrier between the grubby hand and the actual surface of the food, I think it's different.
And last thing I'll say, we've got an epidemic going on here in our country where brown lettuce seems to be at the forefront at some of these delis. If your lettuce is brown, we have to take it out. We don't want brown, withered down, whatever word you want to say that makes it gross looking. We don't want that kind of lettuce.
It's just being lazy.
It's being lazy.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to say, well, we're cutting cost. I would argue
you're also cutting customers. Congratulations.
You're losing money by having brown lettuce. And it's a major problem, Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it at a alarming rate.
Yeah.
And that's the word from the bird today.
Now, some people are commenting, like Adrian, she said, the problem with people wearing the gloves is that then a lot of times people just leave the gloves on, and then they're actually more filthy than your hand would ever be because they're not changing them when they should be at the right intervals.
You got to change your gloves.
And Mandy said, yeah, I didn't wear gloves because I could wash my hands more often and better. People that put the gloves on a lot of times don't change them, and that's gross.
You got to change the gloves. You got to wash your hands. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but we've got to change some of our subways.
But then you have to sit there and watch and try to figure out, okay, yes, this guy's wearing gloves, but oh, wait, he's also touching the cash and the cash register.
Yeah.
And then he's still wearing the gloves and making sandwiches.
Oh, and Nardy Ned. Oh, look at that. He's scratching again with the gloves on.
He's got itchy balls.
Yeah. And those aren't meatballs, my friend.
No.
We need to fix some things, is all I'm saying.
Yes.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I started a new Netflix murder special over the weekend. And, when you think Mother's Day weekend, you think murder.
Okay, some people do, actually.
It's so good. It's called Netflix Homicide Squad New Orleans.
Yes, I've seen it.
And it also shows like a lot of areas where I used to run the streets, a lot of bars I used to go to, a lot of neighborhoods. It's very fascinating.
I watch it because of you. It's a real show, right? It's like a documentary style.
It's a documentary style, and I think it started out really strong. The first few episodes were fantastic. In the middle, some of the episodes waned a little, and then it ended strong.
Kevin, there is no shortage of murder specials. It goes from I'm living with a murder, or my next door neighbor is a murderer. The guy down the block is a murderer. Like, there's all these different series.
Yeah, two things we can't get enough of: murder and chicken sandwiches.
But what this one focuses on, and what I like about it, is it's just all about New Orleans, and it's all about crimes being solved with video cameras now. Because all over the city of New Orleans, they have cameras everywhere. And now they call it the Real-Time Crime Center. And these detectives go right to the Real-Time Crime Center, and there's cameras at every street corner, on every street just about.
See, that's the thing I think some of these criminals don't realize. They may not get you at the initial sight of with the camera. All they need you is to walk down a street and get you on one camera. As soon as they locate where you're at, now they have your whole trail of where you've gone.
And they said they don't care where you're going. They care where you've been, so they can backtrack you and figure out where you came from.
Well, because everyone knows what they're going after. They're going to Walmart to get the shovel. They always do, Kevin.
It's just crazy to watch how many murders are being solved with these cameras now, and how amazing it is. Because you can give these families closure, and it really does. It follows the story from the 911 call to the prosecution.
It's amazing.
You see everything, the whole story. So it wraps it up nicely in a little package for you.
It's amazing how many stupid criminals are out there too. They are always shocked when they delete their evidence. We killed the person and we buried them, and then they'll delete the message. And the cops go, we can pull all that up. That's what we do. We have a whole unit for that. What? You can get deleted messages? I can't believe it.
I know, right? Jackie in Wellington said, there's also another chicken place. More than just Fuku, yes. I don't know if you guys have talked about it yet, but opening soon in Wellington, Cluckface, a Nashville hot chicken spot.
Cluckface?
Yes.
Are we getting trolled by Cluckface?
I think I've heard of it.
Wow.
That sounds familiar to me. I think I've heard. Well, I mean, look at these. They're trying to get edgy. We got Fuku, and now we got Cluckface. I mean, come on. We're all dancing around it, right?
Go cluck yourself. I can see that happening.
Yeah. Wild. Jbird was talking about one of his big food ideas and caught the attention of a culinary couple, but do they want to make some heat in the kitchen in another way? Now, you're saying originally they were interested in your peanut butter and jelly soup concept?
Well, me and my girlfriend Honeyface, we're close to perfecting it, but it's not quite there. And this couple, they're like a culinary couple. They got an Instagram. They're legit a cooking couple that's in that world. And they were trying to point out some things we can do, and they had some really good pointers. So we had met them just to see what they had to say, because they were going to show us some stuff. And I don't know, man. I'm getting some weird vibes from them.
So you didn't know them, and you met them off social media, and then you met up with them in person? Well, you're lucky you're still alive.
We've met them before at other events, at KVJ events. So it wasn't like it was completely cold. And when I say I don't know them, like I know you or a Denny's. I just know of them because we've talked at events before.
Gotcha.
So it's not like it was a complete cold call. And they've talked about food stuff to me before.
Okay.
So I didn't go into it, completely cold, as you would say. It wasn't just complete randos.
Okay, good.
So I did sort of, there was some kind of rapport there.
Right.
But I will say, I don't know them like that. I don't know them that well.
So they're wanting to, mix all your stew together, basically?
Well,
turn up the heat?
They just started saying some stuff. They're drinkers. And I think when people drink, they start saying odd things.
Sure.
And
it's part of the fun.
They kept on saying things like they're a very open couple.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Were you out in public, or were you in your house?
This was out in public.
Okay.
But there were drinks involved, and there was other people around that I knew that was hearing it, but weren't directly in the conversation, but was listening to what was going on.
They were listening to you being courted for sex.
It was kind of an odd thing, and then the one wife. And this makes me uncomfortable when someone's married. When someone starts to touch my arm or like rub, you ever have that where someone kind of like in front of their husband?
That's what they do.
That is what they do.
Grooming.
And they could tell I felt uncomfortable. They could see it with my body language.
Right.
And the husband had said, "Oh, don't feel uncomfortable, Bert. She loves just doing that kind of stuff. She's a touchy-feely kind of person."
Oh, wow.
So me and Honeyface look at each other like,
he's excusing her behavior and telling you it's no big
Right.
deal.
I go,
they wanted to bang you.
They were. It was under the guise of peanut butter and jelly soup. But was there other stuff going on and just other comments that were said that were just a little suspect? And we left. We go, that's gonna be the last time I think we hang out with peanut butter. Jelly soup.
Yeah,
couple.
what does the PB and J stand for in this scenario here?
Those two wanted to be the pieces of bread and put you in the middle like the peanut butter and the jelly.
I know what the P stands for.
Yeah.
I know what the B stands for.
Yeah.
And
Along with the J.
I think we know what the J stands
Yeah.
for.
You were on a swingers date.
Well, I know you.
They thought it was code. I mean, they're like, well, look, I mean, PB and J, what can that mean? It doesn't truly mean peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, they go, there's no way they're really making peanut butter and jelly soup.
Right.
Who does that?
Yeah, it's a code.
Didn't that happen to you one time?
This is the new pineapple.
Didn't that happen to you with a couple where you felt like they were just kind of making a move that made you feel a little, you're like, I think they're trying to shoot their shot
I
right
saw
now.
about a couple weeks ago. Yeah, she was scratching my back, and I was like, all right.
She did scratch. She was physically,
Yeah, I thought it was my wife, and I turned around like,
I don't, that makes me uncomfortable when a married couple starts to like do the rub thing. Oh, she's just flirty, or that's just her way.
No.
And the other one that I see.
You got to shut that down right in the moment and say, I don't know what the F y'all are doing, but we're not interested.
On the opposite, this did not happen in this situation, but I've seen it happen like at concerts and people are drinking where the guy will start to try to massage another girl in the group to see where that's going.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, was that what was going on?
Totally, they were trying to bang you and Honeyface.
This had nothing to do with peanut butter and jelly soup.
No.
Yeah.
Which we're still feverishly working on.
Well, they might like the idea of soup, but they want to.
Yeah. And you can throw some Honeyface in it on
They
top
want to
of it.
see your ladle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They want to get that soup bubbling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they do have 5 love languages, but apparently they also have 5 stress languages.
You probably have all of them.
You know, I started going through this. I'm like, yes, check.
Yes.
Yeah, and, you know, maybe there are some variations of it. Maybe something will speak to you about how you handle stress, because that is the one thing I just hear more and more. And more people are talking about chronic stress that they have, where it just doesn't let up. They wake up and they're stressed immediately, and it continues through the entire day.
It's kind of low lying. It's not a full on panic attack, but it's definitely just this underlying just stress constantly.
Yeah, and you know what I would liken it to? In fact, they're saying that it's doing so much for, you know, people's health in the negative way. It's like running a car and the RPMs are too high and you're in the red zone and you're just like, I got to run, I got to race, I got to run, I got to race. And there's never any time. And, you know, I had somebody even talk to me and they said, dude, you're always in fight or flight mode. You never are just relaxed. You're never chill. And they say what that does to your brain and your overall body composition is just bad. You know, and people are getting heart issues and things like that are running in the red too long. Just like it's bad for your car, it's bad for your body.
You want me to go over there, work on your shoulders? Just kind of release?
Okay. We were just talking about that. I don't know. I know what that leads to. So there are 5 different kinds. Maybe this will speak to you. Like I said, I felt like I was a little bit of some of these. They have the exploder that responds to stress with fight or flight energy, showing irritability, anger, or frustration. They may have exaggerated reactions to situations.
But I heard you talking about that last week, and you were saying something along the lines, if something's bothering you, get it off your chest right away. But then do you come off like a person that always has something wrong? You're always getting something off of your chest, and now you're just a complainer?
No, I think you have to, it's 2 things. One, knowing what you need to speak up on, and then also how you speak about it. It's about the tone. So you need to have communication, because I don't think it is fair to some people. And I've tried, I used to do that more, where I wouldn't say anything and all of a sudden I'm crazy mad. And they're like, why are you so mad?
Because you bottled it up.
Well, and you added 10 things to this. You're mad about 10 things right now when you should only be mad about one. And it looks weird for anybody else who thinks like, he's that mad about that one thing. No, he's mad about 9 other things, but whose fault is it that you didn't communicate with the 9 other problems?
And no one knows there are like 9 other things that's leading to that 10th that blows the gas.
Absolutely, yeah. So you got to kind of watch that. That's why, to me, pick your battles, yes, but you got to communicate them the right way. But it's better to have constant communication about stuff, I think.
So if you get into a fight and you are just so mad, you feel that that anger, that boiling up, and whatever you say, it's not going to be good. Should you just get up and take a walk? Because sometimes that can be a tell too. Getting up and doing your rage walk.
Yeah, no, and honestly, a lot of times that's better than to say something you regret and to get perspective on things.
Or throw a piece of furniture.
Yeah, right. Because there's a chance you do need to say something, but how you say it is very key. Trust me, I'm taking this from a guy that's always doing it the wrong way, so I know.
Yeah, but when you feel that way, when you have that kind of anger, do you find yourself getting up and trying to walk away to calm down?
I do. Problem for me is I'm trapped. I'm always trapped. I'm in a situation where cameras are on, lights are on, microphones on.
Cornered rat.
Getting up and walking away and getting your stuff together is not an option.
That would be noticeable if you kept getting up from the seat during the show.
Yes, I'd walk out 25 times a day. I'd never be here. The imploder is another kind of stress language they notice from people. That's a person who freezes in stressful situations, internalizing emotions and becoming overwhelmed, paralyzed, or hopeless. So you just shut down when stress hits you.
And they never address it. They just keep it bottled in.
They just don't know how. They just, when they're put in that kind of situation, it's a deer in headlights. So like, and they just freeze. And I've seen that too. And that's a tough place to be. The fixer is somebody who uses a tend and befriend approach to manage anxiety by controlling, fixing problems for others, or people pleasing, often neglecting their own needs.
Sometimes, too, you got to be careful when you're trying to fix someone's problems, because sometimes they just want you to listen. They want to unload.
Yeah.
Because I've tried that with family members. They'll say something, and I'll try to fix it, and it makes it so much worse.
Almost makes them angry that you suggested anything, like they can't do it themselves. You've also got here the number. Uses escapism to deal with stress, such as overworking, gaming, or using substances to detach from reality.
Oh, yeah.
The number.
I think that's the person I know the most.
That's my old friend, the number.
There's a lot of friends I know that are the number.
And then the other stress language is the denier. That is somebody who employs toxic positivity to avoid facing reality, insisting everything is fine. They note body and soul and the every girl. So this is somebody just really, they don't address it. Toxic positivity is the person who just doesn't know how to handle it at all well.
Everything is fine. I just posted my 11th positive quote on Facebook. Everything's fine.
And then later today, I'll post a selfie of me crying.
Yes.
Everything's not fine.
They say when you know what you are and maybe what your partner is or the people you work with, it helps you create a better framework for better communication and coping strategies. So just identifying how you relate to stress might help you cut something off at the pass. So like if you are a number, then maybe you can try to exercise real quick before you head to the bottle or something else.
There you go.
Yeah. So there are other ways to deal with it. So it's
but we all agree the best way to it's definitely the number.
Number's our favorite.
Probably
we have to
arguably
vote.
the most fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Kevin Hart call his own shot that his profession is on the way out? I think there are a lot of people in Hollywood that do feel threatened about new media. It's not just radio. It's not just TV.
There's a lot of talk about comedians. Comedians aren't selling tickets like they used to, and there's a bit of a reason why some people think that. They are doing so many podcasts to a point where they're overexposing themselves.
Sure.
All the material you're hearing them go on, when they're on tour, you're hearing them work it out during their podcast. And a big knock is saying, we've heard all this before.
Yeah.
Think about comedians back in the day. You'd see them twice a year unless they were on some kind of a tour doing a TV spot. But now they have podcasts every single day. And some people are saying it's overexposure.
Yeah. Could be. Well, I know there's just so much content that's out there. And Kevin Hart is saying, yeah, I mean, right now the numbers are not working out for Hollywood. And he was talking about streaming. He said it's bigger than TV now.
By the way, what do advertisers pay for? Eyeballs. Where are advertisers now going to get eyeballs? Streamers. Because they're there for 12 hours. So if I can put up 5 advertising spots during a 12-hour stream with a person that's garnishing 250 to 300,000 live viewers that stay, well, you're surpassing TV. Business of YouTube, the business of Twitch and et cetera, is over $1 billion in ad revenue now. That money used to all just be at the studio.
But the crazy thing that I'm starting to notice, you have just a few of the streamers that are cutting through. And it seems like everybody is wanting to jump into this pool now because, like, this is easy. It doesn't take any experience. It's cheaper to get the equipment. And when I just turn on a camera, everyone's going to watch me all day long. I'm going to have huge numbers. And it just doesn't work out that way.
It's like the Cheesecake Factory menu. There's too many items on the menu. You're on page 33 going, I guess I'll just get the grilled cheese.
Yeah. Dennis, you said you got a few friends who work normal jobs and they now become content creators on the side.
I have about 4 friends who one of them's a barber and now he is a content creator, and there's not really much content. Also, I don't know where he got in trouble for this and he's still doing it, but he wears those Google glasses while he cuts everyone's hair and then he makes that his content. That's got to be illegal, right?
Well, typically you want to ask the people that you're filming that's going to put in your video, you want to ask them for permission. Now, I know there's laws that say if you're out in public, you don't need permission, but that's inside
You have to post it that there's going to be cameras and you have to give them a warning.
But if you post it and you have it up everywhere that, hey, we are recording in this business.
But still, that sounds really boring. I mean, honestly, I've been in a barbershop. I wasn't like enthralled that I would go home and be like, I got to keep watching this.
And that seems to be the problem that a lot of people are talking about. They go, the first 6 months we were crushing it, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Podcasts went through the roof. Everyone had a podcast. Now COVID's over and they still have to try to be interesting and they've got nothing to say anymore.
And what I'm seeing that's going on is the people who are going to these big blockbuster movie companies and maybe the math doesn't work on that, you're going to see these people then go into the streaming space.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually know how to make content. So the barber who's wearing the glasses, maybe stick to cutting hair.
There are some comedians that are doing podcasts now, and it's so depressing to listen to because their content is how they're not selling tickets and how their numbers are going down.
Oh.
And you're like, this is a comedy podcast?
Who wants to listen to that?
It's depressing, man.
Watch a man unravel.
You're seeing some of that.
No thanks. I want my funny guys to be funny.
They're not. They're like sad.
They're sad. They can't pay their mortgage.
Well, one of my friends now, he got his own merch. I was like, what do you do though? You don't really do anything. He's got his own merch now.
I think
I
a
guess
lot
you
of
can
people
just make it.
I think a lot of people are going to get that reality check in this next year because you're hearing a comment like Kevin Hart, you're going, well, then let's go. If Mr. Beast does it, so can I.
And not everyone's able to sell merch.
Yeah, they'll figure that out pretty quick. But yeah, you hear things like that and everybody's going to be running to it. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice, but I kind of see through it now. And every single week, we've got the story of the influencer who has gone out and they've decided to open up a GoFundMe for somebody. And then they make a ton of money. I'm like, it's all nice, I guess, and I'm glad that the person got the money. It's all good, but it seems like a really cheap, easy way that these people are getting clout and clicks and going viral.
My favorite is the one when we're gonna raise all this money for this homeless guy. He really needs it, blah blah blah. Then you find out the homeless guy is just an actor. Is that
yeah.
This stuff does happen.
Or they started it for the homeless guy and they kept all the homeless guy's money.
There was a dude named Joey Salads, and he was doing a very controversial social experiment that had to do with racial issues. Whole thing was completely staged. Somebody filmed him going over everyone's lines and talking about, and someone then released that and buried Joey Salads.
Well, I got to tell you about the place that happened here in Florida coming up on the After the Show. So it's just another one of those. We'll kind of get into that, a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll get a little bit more into some of the UFO releases that happened on Friday and see what's up with that. Impressed, not impressed. So we got a ton of stuff to do. It's going to be happening in just about 10 minutes. You can watch it all live as it goes down. We do it every single day. There's several different platforms to check it out, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. You can watch it on demand on YouTube and Spotify. But before we get there, Bird's going to wrap us all up for the day with his thought.
The world changes for the better, one brave person at a time. And today, that person could be you.
Whoa.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.